Come on, there we go. Okay, we're live now. So it's recording. So let me get in here. So there is this tool, and you'll see I'm just in basically my home screen here, and up in the left-hand corner is the Chrome apps waffle. Over here is the waffle that you use to get into Google Plus, right? I showed you guys this before, and here's where you jump into all the Google Hangouts, right? So that's over in the Google waffle, but over on the left side there's a Chrome waffle, and you want to click on the Chrome waffle, and then you get to this place called the web store. So you click on the web store, and up in the search you're going to search for Move Note, M-O-V-E-N-O-T-E, Move Note. And you'll see it come up here. There's Move Note for Google Drive, Move Note for Education, Move Note for Chrome app. The one, you can see the one that I've downloaded is Move Note for Education. They're all free, so it doesn't really make a difference which one you do. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know why one is any different from the other. They're all free, as I said. So,
quick question, Robin.
Yeah.
Since the three of us are working on this presentation together, I'm assuming we need to make sure that we each choose the same one.
Well, you're going to actually, when you get ready to record with this one, you're not going to be able to share it across computers. You're going to have to, when you're ready to read the script and narrate it, you're going to have to be in the same room. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, and I'm trying to think, even if you use Flipagram or you use Screencastify, you're gonna have to do it all. You can start and stop it, but you can't change computers. You know what I'm saying? So I'll show you in just a second. So when you get to this, then you click on the Add to Chrome. The reason mine is green is because I've already clicked on it, but when you do it, yours will be blue and it'll say Add to Chrome. And then it'll tell you when it's done, and then when it's done loading, you can go back to your apps waffle, and there it is. It's in your list of apps, okay? So when you open Move Note for Education, oh gosh, I think I did it with CUI. Let's see. Okay. This is just if you want to upgrade, and you don't have to. You can see it's free. Now, if you can see my screen, you can see there I am. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
So,
yes.
And then you see this big red button over here on the side, and that's your start and stop, okay? And over here, if you don't come on, if you can't see yourself when you start to record here, there's this setting button here, and you can either click on the setting button and turn your camera on, or you can come over here and turn your camera on, okay? And then what you can barely see here is a blue circle with a check on it, and that's your finalize button. So when you are completely happy with your presentation, you click finalize, and it will generate a series of links for you that you can either embed onto a website, or you can send the link to anybody and it'll open, and they can watch your presentation. So this is where you'll be narrating from, and then over here you'll see when I roll my cursor over the plus sign, you get a message that says upload the slide content from your computer. And so I'm going to click on it, and you can see it says computer or Google Drive. So you can go to computer and you can select a PowerPoint from your computer, or you can select a picture. These are all pictures from our Mike Matos RTI training today. That's why it opened there. But you can go to your document library on the side and select any resource. So I'm just, here's, do I have a PowerPoint over here?
Can I ask, I have a couple questions, Robin.
Sure.
So first question, is it possible to just do audio narration, or does it have to be video?
You can disable the camera, and all you'll get is a
like a voiceover
space. You'll get a blank space over there. Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of let's just, I have to get back to MoveNote, and I'm not quite sure where it went. Oh, it wants me to select a file. So let's see. Let me just real quickly select something that I know is a PowerPoint. And I know I just put a PowerPoint in there. Well, let me just pick a picture. That'll be easier. So 15, 16. Let's do Mike. Okay, so now we're back in this. So yeah, you would disable the camera up here.
Okay.
You click on it.
It's funny to have just an empty box there, right?
Well, it'll be the same color background, but it'll be just a shade lighter. So yes, people are going to know that they're going to see a box a slightly different color than the box that the presentation is in. But you know, but it's I've seen plenty of MoveNotes without people's faces in them.
Okay.
And so, you know, what some people do is okay, so you can see that there's the picture that just uploaded. And I can still add more slides to this if I want to. Generally, what I do is I put everything in a Google Slide presentation, and then when I click on that plus button, I upload the slides, and then it automatically arranges them, and all I have to do is read the script. And if I don't like what I said, I can stop it, and this blue this one down at the bottom is a little swirly, yeah, it starts over, and you can go ahead and start over. And you can, the interesting thing is although once you get to the end you can't select on a timeline your audio and just change a piece of the audio, as long as you haven't clicked done, you can go back into the slides and fix the slides if you find a typo or something. So let me show you what's in my archive, hopefully. Hopefully.
So we would have to re-record the entire audio, but we can go in and edit the text on the slides.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're going to, what I would suggest is after each slide, stop it.
Okay.
And let's see, I'm trying to pull up my archive, but I'm thinking that I'm in the wrong. I have to open it up again because most of the MoveNotes I've done have been on a different account. So I'm just, now it's going to get temperamental.
So Robin, when we add the slides, we can upload the whole Google slide. It's all the slides that come up there at once.
Yes.
And then how do we move on from like one slide to another, or are we just?
I'll show you as soon as I'm able to pull one up.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get in the right account so that I can pull up a MoveNote that's already done. So I use MoveNote mostly for work. And why is it blacking this out? I don't know why it's... Huh. This is interesting. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing for just a minute so that I can try and figure out what is going on here. And
I'm going to type my question in the group chat. That way you can answer it whenever you want.
okay. I don't know why all of a sudden it doesn't want to let me into my other MoveNote. So I'm going to try and close everything and open it again. Connecting to the server. Create a presentation. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so there's more than one way to skin a cat here. Because I just have to recall where I sent it. Okay, well, let's just do it live. I want to show you one that's already done, but for some reason the server at work is down, and it says it can't connect to the server. So, so we'll just have to start from scratch and construct one, and hopefully I can. Oh, I do know where I've got one. So I'm just going to try one more time and see if the server will work. There! Yay, yay, yay! Okay. That time it let us in. There we go. Okay, well, here's a short one. And this one is kind of fun. So this is some of the people on my staff, right? And then here's the link that you would send to Tom. And here's our slideshow.
Wait,
Okay, we're not on screen share. We can't see it.
Okay. Let me go back here and pull up the screen share. There we go. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so there's, this is my assistant, this is one of my secretaries, and this is me, of course, and this is one of my coordinators. And it was her birthday on Monday. So we did one Google slide and put her name on it and took an image off Google Images, and then so and so you can see that when you roll your cursor over the Google Mail, you can directly send it through Google Mail by this. You can go to settings, and when you open settings here, you see embed this MoveNote. And this one, this first code here is what you use when you put it on a website so that it will open just as you're seeing it now. This is the share URL. This would be the one you'd send to Tom. Okay? And then this is an HTML. This is like if you are going to post one of these on social media, like on a Facebook page, and you don't want to see the link, you want to see the picture, you know, and have people just click on the play button. So again, very, very simple. And I'll show you one that's a little bit longer. So this is one that I did a couple weeks ago on the new the replacement legislation for No Child Left Behind, ESSA. And so I'm actually in my office here, and here are the slides. And okay.
I can't hear it. Can you girls hear it?
are we supposed to be able to hear it?
You probably can't because I have the headphones plugged in.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
But what I wanted to show you, and I know it's hard to see, but there is a play button down here
Mhm.
on the very bottom. Can you see where my cursor is and see the play button?
yes.
Okay, and then over here, do you see to the left, there's a blue arrow, and now to the right, and it
Mhm.
says 1/26. That's
Yes.
because I have 26 slides,
Okay.
and when I click on it, it advances to the next slide. And when you upload your slides to MoveNote, it's going to look just like that.
Okay.
So you click on the red button and record what you want to record, and then click on the red button again to stop it, and then you advance the slide. If you in this case, I just had my script already written, and I didn't stop the presentation. I just kept going. However, I got about halfway through, and one of my secretaries came in to the office, didn't know I was recording, and interrupted the recording. And so I turned it off real quick, and I went and answered the questions she wanted, and then I came back and hoped that I remembered where I left off and clicked the start button again and started talking. And I've gone back and watched this a couple of times, and you wouldn't even know that I got up and left and came back. It's, it doesn't have that, how some microphones, when you turn it on and off, it makes a click sound or something like that. This is very smooth. It doesn't do that at all.
So if
So
we do it slide by slide the way you're suggesting, if we do make a mistake just on that one slide, then we can just go back and fix the audio for that one slide.
you will have to start all over with the script.
Oh, from the beginning of the
Yeah,
script.
you can't. What I'm saying is,
Okay.
I saw that her coming in, and she opened the door and started to talk, and I went up to the red button and clicked it off real quick so
Okay.
that you didn't hear that. And then once I clicked it off, I got up and left and did what she wanted. And then when she was all done, I looked at my notes and said, I think I left off here. I hit the red button again, and I just started talking. And when I went back and watched it, nobody would even know that I got up and left
Okay.
because there's no big click or anything. So let me see if I can find a set of slides in PDF. See, I'm in my, okay, well, I want more than one slide. So persuasive, intro into persuasive writing. Okay, here we go. I know this has like 100 slides. So you see how I just clicked on that? And right now it's loading. It says converting, but when I clicked on the slide presentation, it's automatically uploading to this spot. So
Okay.
it's gonna take a minute because, like I said, this has like 50 slides. But now it says it's complete. So now it's loading the slides, and do you see it counting here? 20 of 28, 24 of 25, 28, 27. So now all the slides are there. Okay. And then here's that arrow I was talking about. See it up here? I can add more slides if I want. I can reorder the slides if they get into the presentation and I don't like the order they're in, even though that's the way I uploaded them. I can move them around. It'll give me a little thumbnail thing, and it'll let me just drag them around. And then I can check to make sure I have all the slides I want by just clicking on the arrow here, right? So I'm going to go back to the beginning, though, and then I'm going to go over here to the red button, and I'm just going to read what's on the slides. I'm not going to be terribly literate here. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this slide says Every Student Succeeds Act. It's about the new legislation for Title I, Part A, and this is for a staff PD showcase January 13th, 2016, and was created by Robin. So I'm just going to click the arrow here and advance to the next slide. Now, when you're doing this, you wouldn't say that. What you probably would do is go over and click the red button and pause until you advance the slide, unless you have a script written and you're just going to move right through the script. So what this shows is the amount of federal Title I funding and how it's expected to increase up through 2020. And then this talks about how the ESSA grant now is going to continue the statewide system of technical assistance and support, which isn't very exciting news for you, but it's very exciting news for me because that's what I do. And so I'm really glad that there is going to be more RSS. So I'm going to click this. And you can see now that the timer has stopped here. That's because I'm not recording. So I can say I'm done and have it go through and process, or I can go here and say, I didn't like the way that any of that sounded, and I'm going to click. It says, you will not be able to append any more video to your current recording, and pressing the record button will start the recording from the beginning. Are you sure you're done? And I'm going to say, okay. So I'm going back to the beginning because I didn't like the way I read the script, and here I am back at the beginning again. And then all I do is click on this. It's going to count down and tell me when to go. And I say, Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, Title I, Part A. This is for a staff PD showcase on January 3rd. Now I'm going to pause it. I'll advance the slide. And I can start it up again and say, this new legislation, this new legislation shows a small increase between 2017 and 2020 in federal Title I funding. Okay, I clicked it off so that I can advance the slide if I want to. And so one of the reasons I'm showing this is if you're all in the room and you want to take turns with the script, or but if you feel comfortable with the script, you don't have to turn the red button on and off. You can just, I'm turning it on. You can just keep going. So ESSA continues the authorization of the statewide system of technical assistance and support for schools and districts under Title I. States must submit their Title I plans to the USDE by 2017. And these are the elements that have to be in the state plan, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to stop here. Now, I'm going to say I'm done. So this is what happens when you say you're done. It's converting what I just did into a video recording. And it depending on how long it is, yours has to be 3 minutes, right?
Well, it can.
It was like a 2-minute elevator speech, but I'm kind of viewing that as embedded in the whole presentation, that's
Okay.
just one piece of it.
Well, so here's what it looks like then. Okay, and so again, if I wanted to send it to Tom directly by email, I could do it right here. I can, this is the link. I can just copy the share link here. If I want to, I can open it from the settings wheel and go to embed this move note. And when I go to embed the move note, this is the share link right here. This is if I'm putting it into a website, and then this one down here is if I'm putting it in social media.
So Robin, what do you suggest for this? Because we have to, each one of us has to individually upload this onto our Blackboard to turn it in. So
well, you can, what I would do is just open a Google Doc, paste the link on it, name it technology presentation, and upload it to whatever share folder you have, and then everybody just uploads that particular file that has the link on it.
That makes sense.
So what I'm going to do right now is, and you can open your emails if you want, I'm going to send you, give me just a second, I'm going to send you the link. So give me just 1 second. I'm almost ready to hit send. Okay, and of course that's right over the top of that. Ah! Okay, so I just sent you, there's no subject in it, but I sent you an email that has the link to this one that we just played with, and you can see if you can open it. You should be able to open it, particularly if you're in Chrome. And you probably are in Chrome because you opened the Hangout, most likely with Chrome. But just check your email and see if you can get it to play. Just open another tab at the top of your computer, and you can. And I say every student succeeds at ESSA. So I can hear myself.
That was mine. I could open it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. So since I could hear myself, that means that you must have been able to open it.
Yes. Yes, I was able to.
And so you can get a look, you can see firsthand on your own screen what the finished product looks like, right?
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Now, I didn't, that's the little ad, right? It's coming on with the ad.
Yes.
At the very end, when you, and I'm glad that it did that because I didn't tell you this when we were going through. At the very end, when it formats, you'll get a little message, a little pop-up that'll say, do you want to tell users about this tool? And if you click, if you don't click anything, or you click yes, that's what you get at the beginning of your presentation.
Okay.
That little thing. If you say no, not this time, or no thanks, then you won't get that crazy ad at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Now the nice thing about this is because it's an add-on with Chrome, it should show up in your Google Drive too. All of the move notes you make should show up in your recent files for your Google Drive.
Okay.
So if you've ever, well, let me just show you in case it doesn't show up in your drive and you want to get back to it again. Let's just go in this way. So you would go into your Chrome window over here, your Chrome apps, and you would open it up, and let's hope that we're not going to get what we got last time. and go away. And you see right here where it says archive, you click on archive, and then all your presentations that you have under that account they're going to show up, and you're going to see you still have the send by email, or you can go over here and click on the wheel, the settings wheel again, and then there's the embed this move note again with all the links.
Okay.
So you can keep going back to the account all you want and opening up, you know, these don't go away unless you delete them.
Okay.
And you do have the option to delete right here. Delete this move note. And here's the cool thing. You can click on here and find out how many people have watched it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, well, this is interesting. Let's just see. June was very excited to get us doing this. So you can see nobody watched it through an embed code, but that's because we didn't put it on our website. But clicking it on something that had been pasted into an email, there were 3 views, and probably one of them was us just now. So I know she was sending it to her mother who was in China. But anyway, so there's a few. This is one of the easiest ones to do. It's a kind of a I don't know if any of you have played around with anything like Adobe Captivate, or I'm trying to think of another one. A Powtoon, Powtoon. You can do some really incredible things with either one of them, but they're because there are a lot more options, and you can back up the audio just a little bit at a time and re-record it. There's a lot more functionality to it, but it makes it a more complex tool. And so when you're looking for something that's just simple, easy to use, upload the slides, record the script, and then send the link, you can't get much easier than MoveNote. It's just about the easiest thing.
If we have a video embedded into our Google slide, will that video automatically upload when we upload the slides to MoveNote?
I don't know. We could try. Let's build a slide. Let's go ahead and build a slide that. Okay. So we'll go in here. We'll go in here. We'll open a tab.
Wendy, you said that you were able to do that. You knew how to put the video into our slides. Okay. Cool. I'll have the video in class tomorrow night.
Yeah, just share it to me through Google, through the Drive. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So that I can just upload it from the Drive.
Gotcha. I feel like an intruder sitting in my son's bedroom.
I think my little one thinks she's on TV.
What's her name?
Hey, Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Say hi.
Hi. Hi, Kayla.
That's Erica.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, I'm Veronica.
Erica.
You're my neighbor, Kayla. Did you know that you're my neighbor?
Yeah.
You live across the street from me.
What teacher? Miss Martha?
Hmm.
No.
Her name.
She lives here?
No, Miss Wendy.
Miss Chavez?
Miss Chavez. She's
Miss
Miss Chavez.
Chavez, never? Miss Chavez neighbor. What's the one, Chavez?
Whoops. Say hi.
Oh my gosh, that's your baby.
Okay. Say hi, Mac. You can't really see him because it's so dark. He's like, what are you doing? Do you see the dog?
She wants a dog.
Well, I can't get this to embed, so
Okay. Well, we can play with it.
yeah.
And see.
You know, I know it does on Flipagram. The problem with Flipagram is that, well, this is a Flipagram, and you can't hear the sound, right? Because I have the speakers off.
Correct.
Well, if you watch the pictures going by on this, I actually have Who Let the Dogs Out playing in the background on this one. But you can see that this one started with, I don't want the week 4 overview. So this is, you know, another way you can do it where you can play the video would be a recorded Google Hangout like we're doing right now. Let's see, I want to go back to my YouTube and pull up. So,
it's going to be a video of some students.
uh-huh.
So, I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world if we can't put it in the presentation, but we just thought it would be something nice to have.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I know you could do it if you were doing Adobe Captivate, or you were if you do Powtoon.
Okay.
The problem with both of those, though, is that they're much. What you would have to do in order to make them work would take us longer than just what we could accomplish in like an hour today.
Yeah, no, I think that this is perfect for our needs right now.
Okay. Yeah, Powtoon, if you, here, let me...
But that's good to know for future because we still have more classes.
You have one more symposium coming up. And you might want to get brave with it. Let me just... come on, stop dashing off there. And I'm just going to pull up for you. So here's a Powtoon tutorial. Let's see if... So you can see from that Powtoon will let you do little icons, and you can slide things in from the right and slide things in from the left, and you can put in a slideshow, you can put in video, you can, but it's all on a timeline, so you have a timeline going across the bottom rather than just the arrows for the slides. and then on the top you have, or running along the left-hand column, you have like a film strip. And every slide you build, you see it in a thumbnail in like a film strip. That's how old I am. I know what a film strip is. Down the left-hand side. And as you make adjustments on the timeline, you tell the timeline how long each slide is going to appear for, and then you also drag content along the bottom for what's going to zig in and what's going to zig out. And like I said, you can put text in, and you can do a whole lot of stuff, and it looks very, very flashy and very professional, but it takes a long time to do. It's it's a lot of fun. It's like a rabbit, a rabbit hole. You fall down the rabbit hole. You can spend hours just doing a happy birthday kind of video thing, and it is lots of fun to play with. But I don't have the time. Honestly, I don't have the time. And so I found MoveNote and Flipagram and Adobe Voice. And when all else fails, I record on Google Hangouts like we're doing right now. And I screen share. I alternate between screen sharing my PowerPoint and just like I was showing you how to, so I could go into, I could have it all queued up so that I can just go into my slides and here's the same thing we were looking at before, and then I would just talk my way through the slides. I wouldn't want to have the thumbnail there because you can see that, but as a viewer, if I went up here to the View tab and to Present, then my whole screen becomes my slideshow, and I can narrate using a recorded Google Hangout, and now you won't see me. There's no camera for you to see me, but here are the slides. And if I have embedded video, I can just click on it and start it from here, and then when I'm done with the Hangout, it's automatically going to upload to my Google, and it's also going to automatically upload to my YouTube channel. And same thing, I just take the link off the YouTube channel, and that's what I send to Tom. So, this is super simple too. The only thing you have to do is have the slideshow ready to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to stop sharing.
You can record it as a Google Hangout even if you're not really hanging out with anyone. Is that?
Yeah. You just don't invite anybody.
Okay, and you're just recording yourself.
You just record. That's what I do. The one that you just saw pop up a moment ago where I was talking to my master's ed tech class just a second ago, that's what I do. I start a Hangout and I don't invite anybody. Well, I do leave it public though, because here's the problem. If you don't leave it available to the public, you don't have to invite, like the one we're doing right now, I sent invitations to the three of you, right? But I wouldn't send invitations to anybody, but it'll pop up with a little green band that says public. And I would leave the public on there, because if I don't leave the public on there, then when the recording is finalized and uploaded to my YouTube channel, the link is only good for me. It won't work for anybody else.
Okay.
And so you want to make sure that you leave the public there so that the link you send off can be viewed by anybody. Okay?
And does it automatically upload to the YouTube, or do we have to do that?
It automatically does it.
Okay.
So all you have to do for that one is, let me open another window and I'll show you how to get, you all of you, as I mentioned, when I saw you on the 4th, you all have a YouTube channel. And if you're recording in your CUI account, if you're recording off of Google Hangouts in your CUI account, then it's going to go to your CUI YouTube channel. And you can get to that, actually, I don't even need to do that. I can go to google.com, and then I go over here, I find I have a bunch of Google accounts, so I open my CUI, and then I go to my Google Waffle, right? And I go down here to more, and there's YouTube. I open YouTube, and then look right here. All right. I go right over here, and it says My Channel. Mm-hmm. I click on My Channel. I go to Video Manager, and all of my Hangouts are going to show up in this stream. So here's the one that I did on Sunday for my EdTech Master's course. Mm. And you can see I have all kinds of tabs open. You can't hear the video because I have the speakers off. But I teach class on Sundays. This particular one is only about 50 minutes. But I pull up video. I pull up assignments. You can see there's YouTube right here on this one, and Vimeo that I'm talking to them about. And then here's the share right here. There's the share link, and again, here's the embed link. If you're going to put it on a website, you use the embed link, and you would send Tom the share link. And just to remind you how to do this, I'm going to screen share with you, and I'm going to warn you ahead of time that it's going to kind of weird out here. It does this little telescoping thing, mm-hmm. Right? But do you see the little red button that says Stop Broadcast? Mm-hmm. When you start a Google Hangout on air that you want to record, that button is actually green, and it says Start Broadcast. And so it doesn't record. Remember when we started this call, we were just talking, and then I said, oh, you wanted me to record this, so I better start recording it, right? Well, at the time, this button was green, and it said Start Broadcast. So it's not recording at all until you click on Start Broadcast. And then when I'm done, I will click on it, and it'll stop, and then I'll hang up the phone up here, and then it'll say the video is processing, and you'll be able to get it off your Google Plus or off your YouTube in a few minutes. And it usually takes, depending on how long the video is, it takes, you know, a minute to 10 minutes. When I do a EdTech class lesson, like that one that was 40 minutes, it probably took maybe 2.5 minutes to process before it showed up on my YouTube. I've taught classes that go as long as 2 hours, and it might take 10 minutes to process a 2-hour one. It takes a few minutes, so if it doesn't show right up, it's not that you lost it. It's just that it hasn't finished processing yet. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to stop screen sharing this, and I'm going to do one more thing, and I'll just show you in case you've forgotten how to start a Hangout. So you go to, I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to go into my CUI account. I'm going to go up to the waffle. I'm going to click on Google Plus. Then I'm going to go to the left side here to where it says Home. I'm going to go drop the menu until I get to Hangouts. and then I'm going to select Hangouts on Air, and the screen's going to get wonky here again in a minute. I'm going to create a Hangout on Air. If I'm going to, let's call it Symposia to test. So that's the title of my recording, and then here's where I can do a little description, playing with Google Hangouts on Air as possible recording tool. Okay, and then I'm going to leave it on now because I'm not scheduling this for later. I'm going to record myself right now. Now you see here, right now I'm most often doing recordings for my master's ed tech class, so it's automatically populated that for me, but I'm going to get rid of it. But remember, I told you don't get rid of the public, because that'll allow Tom to be able to watch it. Okay? So when I'm ready to go, I click on Share, and it's going to not let me go much further. Okay, and I get this screen, and then right here on the blue button, I click Start, and I get this. See, it's not going to let me go any further because it says I'm already in a call. But what I would get is that button I told you down here that's green that would say Start Broadcast, and I would click on it, and then up in the right-hand corner it's going to count me down. It's going to say going live in a few minutes or going live in 20 seconds. And I just watch that, and then it goes ping, and then it says live. And as soon as you see that it says live, you just start talking. And when you're done, you go back to the Stop Broadcast button, and you stop the broadcast, and you hang up the phone, and you wait for it to load to your YouTube or to your Google+.
And so then we should already have the slideshow open so that
Yes.
we could click over to it as soon as we start.
Right. What the reason that you see me fussing back and forth is I'm obsessive about not having a lot of tabs open, and so what I would suggest you do is make sure that the only tab that you have open when you hit the Start button,
right,
is the tab that you have your PowerPoint hidden behind.
Okay.
And so if you go ahead and open your PowerPoint or your slideshow, let me see if I've got any. I don't have any slides under this account. So let me just switch to an account that I have slides on. So I would open to, okay, let's open to this one. So I would open to the slide account that, the slide that I want. I would go ahead and put it in the, problem is you can't really put it in that view until you, so I would close this off, and then I would just have this open. And then when you go to screen share, what's going to happen, you're going to go over to the left side, and if you haven't done this already, go ahead and roll your cursor over the left side of your screen. And you're going to see the little blue and white chat icon, right? And then right below that, you see a little white arrow on a green background. That's your screen share. So when you click on that, and you can go ahead and look at it yourself right now. Go ahead and click on it. Whatever tabs you have open, you're going to, in the center of your screen, you're going to see whatever you have open. If you have 5 tabs open, you're going to see a bunch of tabs. The one that you want others to see you click on that. You click on that, and then we're going to see that screen. So go ahead. Somebody go ahead and Erica, do you have something open back there that you could click on and show us?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and play with it.
For some reason, it's, oh, I see it over here. Well, I'm trying to go to screen share, and now it's not wanting to let me do it. It says it's already open.
Okay. You should be able to, so when you clicked on it, okay, here's what we'll do. This is going to telescope all over the place again.
Like right now, when I go to that, it has a little, like a gray.
We saw Veronica there for a second. Veronica is sharing something. So if you click on Veronica, click on her thumbnail. If you click on her picture at the bottom, your screen is gonna show what Veronica is sharing.
Okay.
You see that? Good job, Veronica. You got one open.
Is she sharing you?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I see.
Yeah. So whatever you guys want to share, it'll take over your face because your camera goes off. Oh, who did that one?
That's me. That's Erica.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because we still see you.
Yeah, but not
Which
Veronica.
usually you don't. Usually you see either the person or the screen sharing, but not both.
So you can see my screen share?
Yeah, so Erica, if you go up to View on your tab right now, you go up to View, and on the top of your presentation there, and click on View.
Oh, yeah.
And then click on Present.
Why isn't it letting? It's not letting me.
It's not?
No.
Well, if you click on, you can play with this on your own. It may not be letting you because I'm the initiator. But,
okay.
But if you click on View and then click on Present, then you'll get the full screen like I was showing you a few minutes ago. And you can just narrate with your full screen filled with your slides.
Am I still screen sharing?
You are, yes, you are still screen sharing.
How about mine? Is it still just...
You both were, and now neither one of you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the slide. You both had the same slideshow going for a minute. That must be the one you've been working on, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's how you do that, and and then you just advance the slides, and when you're done, you go roll your cursor over the top of the screen. You stop the broadcast first, and then you roll the cursor over the screen and hang up the phone.
Okay.
And then it'll start formatting. And then you just pull it out of your, whatever you recorded, you just go back and pull it off of your, let's see. You pull it off of your, now it says we've got a bunch of people sharing, which is absolutely true. We do.
Oh.
So.
Do I need to close something?
No, you're fine. I
Okay.
just have to go to a different option. So again, just to remind you, when you are ready to pull the URL, you go to your Google Waffle and scroll through things till you get to YouTube. And then go over to my channel and to your video manager. Oh, look there's Veronica. And it just, you know why it turned us off? Because it's been an hour. So that's the only reason. And then you find the formatted video here. click on the arrow, and or actually you open it up, and then that's where you get the share. The share is down here. Okay, it'll just show up in your video manager in your YouTube. And if you can't find it, let me know.
Okay.
Look at how there's Veronica.
And Kayla.
And there's, so this is what I'm going to do. You see how fast that formatted? We've been on for an hour.
Yeah, that was fast.
It turned us off, and now it's in my video stream, and I will do this. I'll copy the link. I'm going to go back up here and open my email, and I'm going to throw the link right here and say tonight's recorded hangout, and I'm going to select Wendy, I'm going to select Veronica, I'm going to select Erica, and I'm going to stop sharing, and now I just sent you the link. But we're still on the call, right? So the interesting thing about this is you can stay on for hours.
Right.
Stay on as long as you want. As soon as it stops recording, it stops recording. Same thing at the beginning. We were talking and on the call together before I started the recording.
Right.